How you doing, guys? Welcome to the Hot Wheels Large Scale Highway Hauler Build Part 2. Now, when we left you guys last, we had most of the cab done. We just had to get a few details done. Tonight, we're going to finish up all the details on the cab, and if we have time, we'll start on some of the chassis. And hopefully we can get the whole build done in one video. If not, we'll do a small Part 3 for doing the back box. So I don't know how complex that's going to be to hold it onto the chassis, but let's get back onto the, let's get right onto the cab, get our details on our little cab worked out. We'll get started and let's knock it out. As you can see, I got my tripod ready to go, aimed at my work area, all my different sizes of plastic ready to go. It's quite a mess here. But that's usually what happens when you create something. So let's get to creating. Let's make it happen. Now I still have to work on the bolt detail, on the bumper, the license plate, the lights, and the grill detail. But we'll go to that later. For now, we'll go ahead and start sizing up the chassis pieces to the grill and get the chassis laid out.
Samurai sword on my back. You don't know how to act. Maybe you should relax. Maybe you should relapse. Just kidding. Stop. Woo. Woo. Stop.
finally got this back piece together. That was gonna be my hardest part, was the getting those angles right. See if we can get some better light on this here. Getting all the angles right in here was gonna be a little pain in the ass. So now we just got some little detail under here to finish up, and then you know, we'll get the detail on the cab. Then I get to build the coolest part and the easiest part, the big box. But I'm quite happy with how that's working out. Yeah. So we have the issue that since I made it too short and then had to fix it right here, before I can do any of the bottom details, the engine details, I have to fill in that crack, make it smooth, and I can do the bottom chassis details. So for that, I just use Bondo brand glazing putty. Does the job on styrene plastic. It melts right into it and seals it really good. So eventually when that time comes, that's the same thing I'm going to use to fill in all these cracks and stuff on the side, you know, up here and stuff like that. So might as well hit this in here too. So we'll let that dry overnight. Then we'll come back and sand it. Put a little primer on it. Make sure it's good, or we'll need another application. Then once that's good, we can finish the chassis detail. So that's where we're at. But part of the details of the chassis also is the I build up the plastic like that to make larger details and stuff. Like that. That's going to be the rear end. It will go right here. So I'll round it off and get it, you know, looking like an axle or like a pumpkin, they call it. Then I'll cut it off, and these pieces here will be the transmission. That'll get rounded off and angled in, and then this will be a smaller piece for the tail shaft before you right in here, before you put the drive shaft in there. So but that's how I make it thicker. If you don't want to do it that thick, you just use a piece of rough paper and do that. So that's the detail. We'll start on that next to get it ready to go in here. And then once it's, yeah, you can see it's starting to dry, but it's going to take all night for the thicker stuff. So we'll get that detail ready. We can even probably put that detail in there. It won't be affected working in this area by that and the axle protectors, the little round things that are on here. So I'll start working on them. All right, I've started to sand these pieces here that go for the rear end, the drive shaft, and the edge of the transmission. I've got the rear end in there. Now I'm starting on the drive or the transmission. So we'll start shaping these and get them glued. So to get the horn detail here, real closer there, I'm using half round, and and that's what it looks like. So you basically sand them into shape of your horns. That's it. And you repeat it with the lights as well on here. You want to use the half round on it. So you just sand small. That's pretty much it for the bolts. I will sand them so they're not sticking up so high. Sand them down so they're almost flush. And got a couple right in this area I got to do. And then, of course, all on the roof. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare. But we'll get it. Now that I've got all my rivets glued on, I can turn my attention towards the door handle, the grab handle, the side trim, and the mirror, and then I can go to the roof and put the rivets on the roof, and then get the horns put on and the lights that I started earlier. So. Now let's see about getting them roof bolts on. There's quite a few that run up each side and then across the front, as you see right here. So each line on there, I've got to do them on each side of that line all the way back and then across the front visor. So we're going to sand them down and get them to flush the same way we did the front end there. we got the interior done. I got the post finished to the rivet post. I added some supports. They're not on the actual post, but I always add them if I can. Some cars had them on the inside, some didn't. I add them that way. Stays nice and strong, no problems. So now, before I can add the rest of the detail with the horns and lights, I have to sand these down. So that's what we're going to do now. All right, we've got the rivets sanded down. I'm pretty happy with it. I need to sand the corners and stuff. And of course, once I prime it, it'll need to be filled. Little filler here and there, but I think I'm going to sand the corners, then do the horn and light detail. All right, we're going to wrap the video up here. The only thing we got left to do on the Hiway Hollow cab is the little lights across the front, and that's pretty much it. And then we're ready to start building the box. So join us on the next video. We'll build the box for this, and that's how it really comes together. It really gets exciting then, although that's pretty cool. So join us, come back, hit the like if you really enjoyed this video, share it on Facebook everywhere you can, and tell your friends about it. I'd love to get a lot more subscribers and share my work. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.